Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Antoinette Darcel, and welcome back to a new season of the Chillin with AD and the In My Mind podcast. Y'all, it's been a minute since I've done a podcast episode, but I have been getting that whole feeling of getting back on here and doing these episodes and just keep pushing forward. Um, for a while, I was even questioning should I keep doing them because I didn't feel like the ones that I have are doing anything for anybody. However, I have to stay consistent with what I know I've been given to do. And so I'm going to do that thing. Right. so, this episode, I'm very kind of like scatterbrained today. However, I'm not going to bring it to this. I am really going to focus on there's two subjects that have been taking a toll on your girl. And I know it's not just me. I know it's many other women out there, even could be men out there that are dealing with the same thing or whatever. But it's the whole aspect of relationships and dating. Like, y'all, it has been a struggle for your girl. So, got a quick little story time, little story time. I was doing that whole online dating thing, to meet people because it it wasn't working for your girl to meet people face to face. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do this online dating, gonna see what's going on, gonna see what people got happening, y'all. It has been let down after let down after let down. And it's just one person that I decided I was like, I'm going to meet. Going to meet. We had been talking on the phone. We had been talking on the phone. You FaceTime. You talk on the phone. You talk to see if you really gonna meet up and things like that. Just real talk, y'all. It got to the day that we were supposed to meet up, and he was talking to me all day, all that morning, that afternoon, even up until probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And all of a sudden, the text messages kind of drifted away. The phone calls weren't answered. The FaceTimes weren't answered. None of that. And we had plans to meet up. And I was like, okay, but what y'all don't understand, there was so much opposition in that day that literally could have stopped this from going forward and me going to meet this person. And at the end of the day, it did. But it was just like, wow, what in the world is happening? How am I becoming forgetful about what I need? I'm saying, y'all, I left all of my money, okay, at home on accident. Didn't realize it. Left all my money at home. And I was like, okay, so I can't go on this date. It's not meant for me to go on this date. But I had some homegirls and they were like, nah, we want to see you happy. We want you to go on this date. So literally one of them went in her own pocket and gave me money for this date. She said, because I want you to go. And see, the reason why this was even happening in regards to her, offering me money, it was because I told them, now in this season of dating, it is so weird because dudes and females, either or, it can go both hands. They are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Say shisty, very shady, very manipulative. They like to use people, right? Or even just play with people's emotions and feelings. And so, to say all that, I've gone out with people that Honey, they wasn't paying no tab. You know, they get you where you're going, and then they were like, "Oh, I don't have any money." But see, for me, I've always been the type that I don't go anywhere if I don't have the money to pay for myself at the end of the day. And so that's how it ended up. I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I have to go all the way back home to come back in the city because this is just what I have to do. And they were like, no, 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 no. We're going to give you this money because we want you to go on this date, girl. You happy? He's nice looking. He's this. I feel like you're going to have a great time. Whoop de woo. Hee. Y'all, did didn't happen like that. Again, like I was saying, we had been talking all day on the phone, having all these conversations, this and the other. Got time to, around the time to meet up. The text messages stopped, the phone calls weren't answered. FaceTimes were declined. You hear me? So, I'm headed to the place because I'm like, okay, well, maybe, he's just going to meet me there and that's cool, whatever. And that's not what happened. Like, again, y'all, he never answered the phone. He never answered a text. He did nothing up until the time that we were supposed to meet up. So I ended up coming home. I came home and I just sat there and I can't even lie to you. Your girl cried. I boo-hooed. Boo-hooed. Because I was like, what in the world is happening? Like, why play with somebody's feelings and emotions if you don't want to, go out? If you don't want to this and the other, just be real. Just tell them, I don't think it's going to be a good thing for us to go out or something like that. But it's like to play with someone's emotions and play with someone's feelings in regards to, um, letting them or leading them on to being like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. It's not cool. So I was sad. I was so sad. And I probably got home around 8 that night. And we were supposed to meet up at 6. And so I got home at 8 and I was just there sitting there. And funny thing is I'm sitting there after I had my moment and I was like, it's okay. Like he wasn't meant. This wasn't meant. He texted me and he was like, hey, are you asleep? I didn't text back. I was wide awake, y'all. Like wide awake. Didn't text back. And then he texts, I'm pissed. And I was like, I want to know why, but I don't care. And I went to sleep. The next morning I woke up, he texting me like we best friends and stuff. Baby, we not best friends. I don't even like you no more. What you just did was just shysty and petty. But I don't know what it is about me that I answered the text messages, y'all. Like, we ain't gonna talk about me though. I'm working on it, okay? Working on it. So, answered the text and I was like, oh, so why are you pissed? And he was like, my window got busted last night. I said, oh. I said, were you at home? He was like, no, I was at the club. And I was like, wait, you was at the club? He was like, yeah, I was at the club and I was running interference for my guy. And I was this, that, and the other. And, I come out the club and my window is busted. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, little black, you stood me up to go be a run boy for your friend and a date that he had? Or did you stand me up to go on another date with another female and your stuff got messed up? But either way it go, if you hear what I'm saying to you, you just got your instant karma. Like you set me up and then you just got kind of situation. So I can't lie. I laughed so hard, y'all. So hard on the inside. Whew, I still laugh about that to this day. Like, cause it wasn't called for. None of that I don't feel like had to happen if it was just to be honest about, your intentions with somebody. And it was it was hard at first, but it was like I got over that thing because I was like it just wasn't meant to talk to that person. Y'all, is dating now is so hard. However, I'm trying to learn new approaches to it. Trying to learn new approaches to dating and how to really put dating in my life, especially with, having a growing daughter and just being an influence to her. Not saying to bring people around my kid, but it's just, it's not healthy for me to go through situations like that where at the end of the day I'm emotionally drained to the point, well, not emotionally drained, but emotionally like all over the place because someone else's decisions um towards me or not wanting to talk to me, whatever the case may be, that she's like, oh, my mommy's sad because whatever. And I don't want that. So it's just like I'm learning how to maneuver all of that. I'm learning how to, you know, I guess put everything in its place, its proper place when it comes to dating. Um, because in all honesty, I haven't had a healthy relationship ever. Like when I was going to therapy, and I'm still in therapy, not when I was going to therapy, when I was, whatever. But in therapy, we have been talking about how you have healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships and boundaries and things that you have to set up for yourself and all of that when it comes to dating. And it's like I've been putting everything into play. However, I mean, it gets to you. Like the dating scene is not the same either, especially with the good C19 rolling around. We just out here, man. We out here, man. You know what I mean? Like, get in where you fit in, right? But that's just not how it is. And so, or how it should be. But I just had to put out there in regards of like dating hasn't been easy. Um, Relationships haven't been easy. However, like I'm trying and wanting to get to that place to where I have healthy dating habits and dating um, experiences and cultivate beautiful relationships. Um, yeah, it's just, you just start thinking about stuff a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you honestly, when things like that happen with me, it's like I start going internally and asking, like, what did I do wrong? How did I mess this up? How did I this? And I had to like wheel that thing back in and be like, Antoinette, you didn't do anything wrong. You can't you can't blame yourself for somebody else's actions in that retrospect. Like he made a choice that had nothing to do with me per se, and he did what he wanted to do. However, you felt a certain kind of way behind it, but it's not on you. So you don't have to turn and look at yourself and see what you did wrong because you did nothing wrong. It was all on him. And it has taken me so long to get to that point to where I can be like, yeah, it's not me. It's not me. No, boo boo, it's not me. It's them. It's all them. It's not me. But, you know, Depending on situation, it could be me, but definitely wasn't me. Definitely was not me. But just trying to get myself back out there in the whole dating scene. Um, so yeah, this was a good little story time podcast for you out here. Um, yeah, it's like I want to say something else. It's like I want to say more. However, it's it's just real out here. It's real. And you really have to protect yourself and your mind and your heart when it comes to dating and it comes to relationships. And excuse me, I'm really like understanding too the whole thing of asking God, is this person for me? Y'all, I have gotten into so many relationships on my own and just moving into those things so quick because it's what I want and it's what I feel like I need at that moment. And it's like, this is where it needs to go, but it's not like that anymore. The climate has changed in regards to how I'm to move and need to move. And not just me, but us all, how we need to move, because I feel like when we do things outside of God's will for our life, it's where it messes up. It's where we run into a whole lot of different things that we didn't have to run into, or we run into some things that completely could have been avoided if we just would have asked God. And that's one thing that I have not done in the past, is ask God, hey, is this where I need to be? Is this person who I need to give my energy to? Is this person who is going to be a good fit? And, I'm going to this, that, and the other. What's the dynamic between me and this person? Like, is this going to be a waste of time? Is this, however, like, I have not done that in the past, as in taking this, hey, God. But at the end of the day, I know that I have to put him first, as in God, and asking, what is it that you will have for this person? Is this person supposed to be in my life? And if not, go ahead and take them out. And if so, go ahead and show me though. You know what I mean? Like, do what you got to do, God, so that I don't get all attached and all in that thing and be like, okay, and then I miss those signs. I miss those red flags that we talk about a lot in the culture. The red flags. You seen all the red flags and you still went after that man. But he was so nice to me. Girl, let them red flags be red flags. They not yellow. They not white. They not chickle. You ain't finished nothing. Run. Run, sis. Run. Okay, I could blame you. But real talk, like, in this whole dating relationship thing, like, I realized that putting God first and asking God the question of, hey, is this person for me? Hey, show me what I need to see so that I don't make the same moves and mistakes that I made previously in previous experiences. Like, hey, God, show me. Show me. Show me. And so, yeah, it's like I said, it's just things just happening, things just changing, things are shifting. And when it comes to relationships and your heart, like, you gotta make sure you got the right one. You gotta make sure you got the right one, because everybody can't handle everything. And you just gotta make sure you got the right one. Because for me, I know I want someone that's going to pray with me and pray for me. Pray, not Prey. They will pray for me and pray with me. That they want to understand where I'm coming from and not just go off of what they hear, but truly want to understand what's going on. And vice versa. Like, you don't want a one-handed relationship. Well, I know I don't. Say it for me. I don't want a one-handed relationship to where there is so much giving and there's little to no receiving. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. No time for that. And so you just have to be careful with what you choose for your life. Because everything that look good ain't good for you. And everything that barks up your tree don't need for you to come down. Because, baby, it's real out here. Oh my God, y'all. I just appreciate you for being here with me for the minutes that you gave me, though, just to hear about this good old story time and just this little bit of, like, I guess, encouragement, like, in regards to dating and relationships. If that's what you really are headed for and wanting, dating and relationships, or whatever the case may be, just remember to keep God first. Ask God, is this the way I'm supposed to go? Is this the person I'm supposed to deal with? And, just keep your eyes open for his answers, because God always answers. And sometimes we miss those answers because we want to see something else in somebody, when God is just kind of letting you know this is not what it is. And he's protecting your heart. Yeah, it's kind of amazing how he protects. Because as I was thinking about the whole story time I just gave you about the guy, like, God protected me from that. I don't know what the man was all about or what he about, whatever the case may be, but he protected me from that. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's his loss, It's still my gain, because I'm free from whatever foolishness that was coming. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm here for it. But again, y'all, thank you for coming and listening to your girl on this first episode of the new year of the Chillin with AD and the In My Mind podcast. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And, just also remember, keep God first. Pray it up. Pray it up. Ask God, what am I supposed to do? Is this who it is? Who this man, Harpo? Who this female, Jesus? Like, ask the question. And then keep it moving, y'all. I love y'all for real. I hit y'all back later. Holla.